G'day, it's fugitive Australian journalist Shane Delling from the website and YouTube channel Kangaroo Court of Australia. Now, the Labor Party on Thursday, the 10th of October 2024, asked Attorney General Mark Dreyfus and Dorothy Dixer in Parliament, and they've gaslit the Robodebt victims without probably realising it, or they just didn't care. But anyhow, we'll watch that video in a second. But it was the Dorothy Dixer, which means, if you don't know, it's a question by the Labor Party to a Labor minister. So it's a prepared question. They know it's coming. And there'd be a group of people in the Labor Party who prepare all these questions, prepare question time, what questions they're going to ask, what issues they're going to push. So it's all prepared, yet they've gone ahead with it anyhow, and just basically gaslit the Robodebt victims because they've attacked the Liberal Party over the Robodebt Royal Commission, the findings. But they forget that Robodebt findings are now being covered up by the National Anti-Corruption Commission, the NAC, which is Labor Party's organisation. They set it up. So let's watch the video, then I'll analyse it afterwards. And this is Mark Dreyfus, Attorney General.
With the call to the Chief Government Whip.
Thank you, Speaker. My question is to the Attorney General. Why is it important that the Albanese Labor government acts to ensure schemes like Robodebt never happen again?
Call to the Attorney General.
Thank you very much, Mr Speaker, and I thank the member for Lawler for her question. The Robodebt Royal Commission concluded that the former Liberal government's Robodebt scheme was a crude and cruel mechanism, neither fair nor legal. This illegal scheme resulted in hundreds of thousands of Australians being served with wrongful debt notices. The Royal Commissioner, Catherine Holmes, ACSC, stated that Robodebt made many people feel like criminals. In essence, people were traumatised on the off chance that they might owe money. It was a costly failure of public administration in both human and economic terms. And with those words, the Royal Commission summed up the human tragedy that was the Robodebt scheme, introduced by the Abbott government, expanded by the Turnbull government and defended right up to the last minute by the Morrison government. Despite warnings as early as 2017, the Royal Commission found that the path taken by the former government was to double down, to go on the attack in the media against those who complained and to maintain the falsehood that in fact the system had not changed at all. And while, of course, ministers of the former government bear the ultimate responsibility for the Robodebt scheme, the Royal Commission found serious failings with the institutional checks and balances that could have put a stop to the Robodebt scheme long before the federal court found that it was unlawful. The Royal Commission made it clear that it could have been stopped if there had been strong and effective oversight. And today I've introduced legislation that will implement key recommendations of the Robodebt Royal Commission to ensure that Commonwealth agencies are subject to stronger and more rigorous oversight. The legislation recognises the importance of ensuring the Ombudsman has the necessary legislative powers to undertake full, independent and transparent investigations. The public has to be confident that government agencies are acting with integrity and accountability. This legislation boosts the powers and capability of oversight bodies to ensure that government bodies are accountable. But I have to say, Mr Speaker, while this is vital and useful legislation that I have introduced today, the best way to ensure that an illegal scheme like the Robodebt scheme never happens again is never to elect a Liberal government.
Now, you would have heard Mark Dreyfus say they'll never let it happen again. Well, they will let it happen again because the National Anti-Corruption Commission is sweeping the Robodebt corruption under the carpet, and they're sending a signal to all public servants, don't worry. You get busted with corruption, well, we'll sweep it under the carpet. And you would have heard Mark Dreyfus say it wasn't legal. People were traumatised. They'd made them feel like criminals. It was a human tragedy. Exactly right. And now the federal government, the Labor Party, are sweeping it all under the carpet by the National Anti-Corruption Commission, what they set up. So for him to say it can't happen again is a total lie. Because the Robodebt scandal has now moved on from the Royal Commission and their findings to the National Anti-Corruption Commission, which are trying to cover it up. And the National Anti-Corruption Commission and Commissioner Paul Brereton are under investigation by the Inspector of the National Anti-Corruption Commission. So that's where the real scandal is now, not the Robodebt Royal Commission anymore. We've moved on from that. And the scandal is firmly in the lap of the Labor Party, because they're the ones who set up the National Anti-Corruption Commission to fail, to cover up corruption. And at the end of it, you'll hear Mark Dreyfus say, never let it happen again. The way to make sure it never happens again is don't elect a Liberal Party. Well, you don't elect a Labor Party if you want them to actually do anything, because as we know, the National Anti-Corruption Commission is just rotten to the core. That's Labor Party. So the Labor Party introduced new legislation. They were trying to promote that, but what they should have done is just snuck it in there without saying too much, because to go on like Mark Dreyfus did, Dorothy Dix, a planned question, they've just gaslit all the Robodebt victims. I'll have more to say on that in the near future, because the National Anti-Corruption Commission corruption is going to be a huge issue at the next federal election. Anyhow, Kangaroo Court of Australia's independent media. I publish a website and a YouTube channel, and I'm 100% crowdfunded from viewers like yourself, so please support my Patreon account and PayPal account. And please share this video on social media, and please hit the like and subscribe button. Other than that, thank you for your time and have a good day.